What? I looked down in order to see a large wet patch that had formed in my pants. It was clearly visible for everyone to see.
Shh, honey. He spilled his drink. That's all.
My daughter Rosalind said, red in the face with embarrassment. I was on a 7-hour flight with 4 hours to go. I'd already peed 5 times, but this time the restrooms were busy. I had no idea I leaked pee in my pants, and it was starting to smell. I had to do something urgently. Several rows of passengers heard my grandson, and some looked at my pee patch. I panicked and pushed in front of the people waiting for the restroom. It's an emergency, I told them. Once inside, the shame and embarrassment hit me like a ton of bricks. I peed myself in front of my family and dozens of other passengers on the plane. I was an embarrassment, a joke. I felt pathetic. With my enlarged prostate, they couldn't take me anywhere. I was furious at what I'd done, but I wasn't prepared for the horrors of what I saw the moment I undid my zipper. What happened next shocked me to my core, and it will shock you too. But the odd thing is, this embarrassing, pitiful incident triggered a chain of events which forced me on a new path in my life. A path that ultimately led me to an outlandish prostate shrinking solution, which lets me pee like a fire hose and empty my bladder like a dam opening the floodgates, relieving my debilitating pelvic pain and bladder symptoms, freeing me from life-destroying pee infections, and enabling me to make love to my wife again like a real man. Now, you may feel a little skeptical, and if you do, it's completely normal. I'd feel that same way too if I were you. In a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about, as well as all the science behind why it works so well and why it's proven to shrink your prostate in studies by the Fukushima Medical University in Japan and the Lima University in Peru. It's easy to do, takes only a minute of your time, and it doesn't involve side effect-filled medications, ineffective supplements from Amazon, or time-wasting home remedies. Watch until the very end, because I'm under pressure to remove this video. We don't have much time. Listen carefully, because you'll also see the hidden disturbing truth about the prostate pharmaceutical industry and their dark practices, and why the last thing they want is for you to fix your prostate. My enlarged prostate nearly finished me as a man, but I refused to accept defeat, and in doing so, it led me to uncover the true root cause of unexplained prostate enlargement, which I was shocked to find has nothing to do with your age, family history, hormones, or lifestyle. Instead, it's all down to a hidden clog inside your prostate. This hidden clog causes cellular buildup, slowly but surely enlarging your prostate until it eventually squeezes and completely blocks off your urethra. It inflames your bladder and puts you at risk of kidney stones and deadly infections. And it gets worse the longer you do nothing about it, until one day it becomes impossible to urinate without an emergency catheter to drain your bladder and a pee bag you'll need to carry around with you for good. Thankfully, however, the solution I'm about to show you targets this disruptive clog inside your prostate with laser precision and dissolves it without meds, surgery, laser treatment, or prostate massage. It gets to work fast, freeing you to pee powerfully like a young guy again, increasing your energy and reviving your sex drive. And it helps shrink your prostate no matter your age, no matter how severe your condition is, for how long you've had BPH, and no matter if you think there's no hope for you. You'll soon be back in the driver's seat, sleeping deeply through the night, enjoying sex again, and your pee will blast out like the river rapids after a big melt. Most of all, you'll feel confident and strong again, right into your golden years. Imagine that. No more pelvic pain, no straining to empty your bladder, no sudden urges to pee, no smelly pee leaks, no more waking up at night. You'll forget all about your pee infections, kidney dangers, wearing embarrassing, bulging diapers, or always looking for the nearest bathroom. Instead, you'll enjoy abundant energy levels, strong sexual desire, deep, satisfying sleep, and fully pleasurable jets of pee which smash against the toilet bowl. This simple, safe protocol has now freed tens of thousands of men since I first spoke about it a few months ago. My name is Ben Locker. I work as a controls engineer outside West Bend, Wisconsin. And soon, I will be enjoying the fruits of my hard work when I retire in a couple of years, which I am totally looking forward to more than ever now that I'm enjoying my life. I'll admit, I had some luck finding this 30-second prostate shrinking solution, but it transformed my life, and I truly believe it's God's will for me to pay it forward, which brings me to you and why you're here today. I'm here to help you shrink your enlarged prostate and live a happy, healthy life again. And maybe your story is just like mine. My prostate problems began in my mid-50s, and I'll admit, I ignored them at first. I found it embarrassing to talk about, and I hope it will go away on its own, even though I was waking up to pee 3 or 4 times a night and my sleep truly suffered. Then, during a medical checkup, my doctor insisted on a prostate examination, which involved the whole rubber glove rectum procedure and prostate scans. I was diagnosed with BPH, or an enlarged prostate, which explained why I was peeing so much at night, why my pee flow was getting weaker. As my doctor explained, my enlarged prostate was partially blocking my urethra and putting pressure on my bladder. He got me on 5-alpha reductase inhibitors medication, and I assumed it would all get better soon. It was a good start. I soon felt I didn't need to pee so often and less of those sudden urges. My pee was flowing much better. I felt like I was on the right path and was looking forward to complete recovery. But after a few months, I was finding it harder to get intimate with my wife, and I was hardly ejaculating anymore, which was truly disturbing. We'd always enjoyed a healthy love life, and it was kept our marriage strong over the years. But since starting these meds, I was feeling like less of a man, and sometimes I couldn't get it up in the bedroom, or I had no desire. I also gained 20 pounds of belly and back fat. Lucy was patient with me, but after a few months, I could tell she was feeling let down, and even blaming herself. Is it because I'm not attractive anymore? She asked me sadly one night when I wasn't able to perform yet again. It broke my heart. The meds were causing me to feel like less of a man, and soon they started having less effect. I went from peeing once a night back to 3 times a night, sometimes even 4. When I told the urologist, he switched me to alpha blocker drugs instead. But the alpha blockers made little difference, and I even started getting dizziness and chest pain from them. It got so bad, I tripped and fell down the stairs one time, smashing my ear on the rail. Another time, I almost hit a motorcycle on the road. So that was me done with prostate meds. It was just too dangerous for me to take them. I was skeptical about trying other solutions, but I knew I had no choice. First, I tried saw palmetto and various other vitamins and supplements from Amazon. Some of these had small effects, while others did nothing and got stuck in my throat. I searched deeper on online forums and found various remedies like massaging my prostate, acupuncture, stretching, and taking warm baths. I tried drinking more water, avoiding spicy food, giving up coffee, alcohol, dairy, even meat for some time. Some methods gave me some relief, but what I needed was to shrink my prostate urgently. It was becoming huge, like a golf ball, and I was peeing 5 times a night. My pee was only dribbling out slowly by now. I was avoiding social events because I knew I'd only be rushing to the bathroom all the time or leaking in my pants. I started dreading nighttime. I'd lay awake for hours waiting to feel the tug on my bladder, alone in my anxious thoughts. My anxiety about peeing messed up my sleep even more. And I was worried about my sexless marriage and how my future was going to turn out with BPH, making it hard to focus at work and spoiling precious time with my family. Doctors told me BPH wasn't dangerous, but it was still living hell for me. And what if my prostate doubled in size again? My final years would be constant torture of doctor's visits, medication, rectal checks, and dribbling out pee all the time instead of the enjoyable, active, and healthy retirement I always dreamed of. I'd rather die than let that happen. So I researched more and found out about how prostate drugs actually work and why they weren't working for me. And you need to hear this too. Most BPH meds are either 5-alpha reductase inhibitors or alpha blockers. The 5-alpha reductase inhibitors block the DHT hormone, a strong sex hormone. They may prevent your prostate from growing. But if you stop taking them, your prostate grows again quickly. And because they block your male sex hormones, the side effects can be horrible. Low libido, ED, dry ejaculations, man boobs, low blood pressure, dizziness. So that explained my sexual dysfunction and weight gain, something I'd never experienced before. So how about alpha blockers? They relax the muscles near your prostate to help you pee temporarily. They don't help shrink your prostate though, and you'll need to take them forever just to pee. Your prostate stays enlarged and inflamed, and it may grow bigger over time. And then there's the side effects such as rapid heartbeat, shaking, and low blood pressure. The more I learn, the more I realize medication fails to target the root cause of the prostate problems, which is whatever is causing your prostate to get bigger in the first place. So why don't drug makers try to fix the real cause of men's enlarged prostates? The more I read, the more I became convinced it was because they don't want to. Doctors would give me a blank expression when I asked them what causes BPH. But if you have a problem, like a water leak from your pipes at home, you fix the cause, right? Imagine if you had a leaky pipe in your wall causing damp and mold. Would you just clean up the mold every day, or would you fix the dripping pipe first? Taking meds is like cleaning up the symptoms every day without ever fixing the cause. Makes no sense. Plus, you need to do it every day. Call me cynical if you like, but pharma companies aren't motivated to fix your health issue. They want to sell you daily medication for life to manage your symptoms. Their entire business model depends on it. Because if they did shrink your enlarged prostate, you'd be worth only about 1/10 of the money to them. So how about surgery? My urologist suggested it to me at an estimated $46,000. It's not guaranteed to work, but even worse, you could end up with complications such as permanent ED, shrinking of your manhood, incontinence, bleeding from your manhood, even ejaculating backwards into your bladder. It was like something from a science fiction movie. So I said no to that. That night, I woke up drenched in sweat from a dream that doctors were slicing up my prostate with scalpels while I was bleeding from my manhood. It was very vivid and very disturbing. Worse, I was now peeing 7 times a night. Pain stabbed and ached in my bladder and pelvic region, and I'd find myself scoping out the nearest restrooms wherever I went. My bladder could never empty, and I would strain for 5 or 10 minutes just to squeeze out a few drops. The pelvic pain was intolerable, and sometimes I had no choice but to take painkillers. Now the meds weren't working, and I was